Tan Sri Rommel.
Wait a second. The opening shot is the picture frame with the thing and your hand coming into it, stuffing it out, and then I pan back.
Okay, let's start over again.
Okay.
Tan Sri Abdullah Romad bin Madrid. A man of our times, a man that we have all looked up to, a man who has set an example for the West, a man who sought the East out 15 years ago. For some, hardly into their early 20s, hardly into that first travel when the Tan Sri was in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia, and was creating his heaven on earth. And now he's in New York to explain to all of us and to also promote his new book and film on living in heaven with Tan Sri Madrid. Tan Sri, can you give us some insight into where this thought of a peaceful harmony and coexistence came into your mind, how that developed over the years?
It all started with New York Magazine, when I read an article on downward mobility, which said that small apartments become pocket museums. That was when I decided to turn my apartment into a museum and become an artist. Now, the concept behind this would seem impossible to achieve without any resources.
These are the resources, ladies and gentlemen, that kind donors have given throughout the United States, sometimes this year almost approaching $250,000 in grants, endowments, and funds given by generous citizens to the Tan Sri's fund for developing peace and harmony on earth in his Malaysian hideaway. I think you should tell us a little bit more about the peaceful coexistence you've had with nature over these years, sir, and how that can benefit others.
Basically, Ed, the truth of the matter is that I'm on a mission from the Tao.
From the Tao.
From the Tao. Now that's a guttural T, Tao, Tao, as they say in Chinese.
Of course, sir. This mission is to explore, I'm sure.
To explore. You could call it an exploration. We tend to more liken it to a transitional experience. Think of it this way. Say that this head represents your reality. And as long as you are, wherever you look, this is the reality that you see. And let's say that there's another, greater reality.
If it's on top?
Well, no, it could go inside. But if you really want to get your head together, this is the way it looks. We might describe this portion as our conscious mind, what we think of as free will. And this becomes the reality of our total mind.
My God, sir, that sums it all up. I think that's probably... It's a very moving moment for me as a broadcaster. In my 20 years, I've never heard it stated so simply and poetically and succinctly, and I and my generation applaud you, sir.
Yeah. It's what does it mean to you?
Everything.
You can participate in this grand process.
My God, how? How? Tell me.
Well, now this doesn't happen all the time. And I've given it a great deal of consideration. Because as you know, for an artist, art is time, and time is art.
My God, ne'er a true word spoken.
Now, I ask myself, how can other people benefit from my experience of achieving that togetherness, of getting my head together?
Yes, of course.
Well, all true learning takes place through experience.
Of course.
So what I'm offering to do is to invite the world.
Of course.
To come to my humble house
Yes.
in Malaysia.
Yes, yes.
And to stay with me and to witness the creative process as I paint from beginning and to finish. Sorry, Ed, but I can't sell any paintings. They're not for sale.
My God, sir, if but for us to spend a moment at your feet to examine some of the mystical paintings, some of the more interesting statements of our time that brought our generation through its transitions, its, I would say, spiritual, sexual guru of painting art. These kind of things I'm sure would be just fascinating to see.
Ed, I'm very happy you said that. It truly inspires me.
I'm sure that...
I think that's the best description that I've heard in my 39 years.
Can you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Can we have a close-up of his face, of Tan Sri's face? His cheeks barely glisten.
More magnificent, with happiness. I can smile, ladies and
This
gentlemen.
man
Can you still smile?
is 73 years
on
old,
camera?
and he looks really
Let's
as
not give the
fit
secret
as
away, Ed. You know, let's just
a
say
younger
I'm
man.
39.
He says that every year, ladies and
I play
gentlemen.
the violin, too.
He says that every year. He plays the violin. Amazing. How do you find time in this busy world, sir, to do that kind of form of relaxation?
Easy. I drink Anchor beer.
Anchor Beer, ladies and gentlemen, one of our sponsors who have brought the Tan Sri halfway around the world to New York for this exposition.
There's nothing like an Anchor.
He does like his Anchor Beer. Anchor, the beer you can trust. Anchor, brewed in Malaysia by Malaysian breweries. Tan Sri, getting back to your home that we were talking about, the kind of experience that one can have in Malaysia, what is one led to believe is the kind of experience? Is it the colonial life? Is it what I see you in now, the wicker chair? Is it the servants? Is it the Anchor Beer? Is it the little bit of tomfoolery?
Well,
ask
the gold and the Gucci's aren't bad either. I must say, we have some of the best shopping in the world in Malaysia and Singapore. You can buy anything. Fine Swiss watches with alligator bands.
My
Dior
God.
shirts.
My God.
24-karat gold pendants.
I don't believe it.
Gucci patent.
Oh,
loafers.
jeez.
I mean, it's paradise. Plus, all of the primitive essence of the Tahitian jungle. In fact, I would say that Singapore is the most surprising tropical island on Earth.
Singapore Tourist Promotion Board has sponsored that last 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And now, sir, back to your home in Malaysia. What kind of facilities do you have for our guests?
Well, they get breakfast, of course. After that, it's fasting on their own.
Are they able to do that with you, sir, in communion with you?
Oh, I don't fast. I don't find it good for you. I never told you about the time I went to the Buddhist temple, the Zen meditation temple, right, in Rionji, outside of Japan. No, well, anyway, no, I never fast.
My God, ladies and gentlemen, you just experienced the Tan Sri actually leaving his body for a second and becoming a second personality, something he rarely does on television. We haven't seen for a while, actually, developing two aspects of his personality and conversing to me on various different planes. It's something that, well, it's a rare sight to see, and I hope we see more of that within the Tan Sri. Maybe a third aspect of his plane and his plane effects will come out as he's written in his new book. What's the title of it, sir?
Let's not discuss my book. Just take down my address and write me, send a check, cashier's check, of course, for $150 to Tamil Ransi Resort, right? Singapore, Singapore. Now, Singapore is not Malaysia. Singapore is not China. Singapore is not Japan, nor is it north of Louisiana.
Is it an island?
Singapore is an island.
Is it a state?
It's an island. It's a state.
It's an island. It's a city. It's a state. It's all three. It's
It's
in one.
everything.
It's Singapore.
It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Holy Ghost.
Spirit. Nomine Patri Filii Spiritus.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. It works out mathematically as well as philosophically and spiritually. I
Cut.
think what we've seen is it.
Oh, sorry, I blew it, huh?